Mr. Chairman and members, it seems fitting that as I prepare to pass the baton on to a new leader, that I'm introducing this report, which sets out how the Council plans to achieve the outcomes in the community vision for Surrey. I believe this is one of the most important sets of papers to come to this chamber during my time as leader. As we all know, Surrey County Council is facing huge financial challenges, and we have significant savings to achieve. At the same time, we have to manage huge demand for our services from our residents. As I mentioned earlier this morning, Mr. Chairman and members, despite the number of residents needing our support is continuing to increase, our core government funding has been cut by £230 million since 2010. And what I didn't tell you earlier this morning is that we've also suffered the loss of public health grant since 2013 of £84 million. So you add those two figures together, we're talking about over £300 million disappearing. On top of that, we have made £540 million of savings, but the challenge to make further savings is relentless and hard. The key factor to the changes proposed is a direct result each year of £66 million that this council loses because of government decisions. It is the cumulative impact of this annual loss which has placed Surrey in our current position, despite what everyone else tells you. It means that to remain financially stable and able to live within our means, we have to be a fundamentally different organisation. The proposed strategies which we will shortly be discussing are key to achieving that. Setting out how we think we will work with residents and partners so we can provide the best possible support within the resources available to us. It creates the environment for us to transform the way we deliver services by being more joined up with our partners, shaping services around the residents and our communities, and using technology better. These reports set out how the Council plans to contribute towards achieving the outcomes in the community vision and comprise a number of strands. The first one is about the organisation strategy to 2021. That focus on ensuring that no one is left behind and takes a fresh approach to partnership working, setting out the priorities and principles we will use to guide over the next few years. The second report is the first time we've brought this, which is a preliminary financial strategy that sets out the objectives and parameters within which we will manage our financial resources and set a balanced budget for 2019 and beyond. A set of full business cases which sets out how we will change and transform service over the next 2 to 3 years are also attached. And our workforce strategy, setting out how we will lead, manage, support and organisation staff is critical to bedrock of all of this. These documents are interdependent and rely on each other in order to be successful. They will support us all in the aim of achieving improved outcomes for residents and securing a more sustainable county council for the future years. To help us achieve the vision, it's going to mean taking some of the toughest decisions this council has had to face. Tough decisions that you will find difficult on the doorstep. Tough decisions I'll find difficult on the doorstep. And tough decisions that will come back here that we will probably vote in favour, but with the most heaviest heart we will ever have done in this chamber. None of us want to do this, in my view. And as everyone in this chamber is aware, last month we launched our consultation in 5 areas as part of our transformation plans to tackle our financial pressures. These consultations are on the children's centres, concessionary fares on Surrey buses, special education needs and disability services, how would we look at our libraries as different in the future, and the role of our community recycling centres. We know some of the things we are proposing will not be popular, but we have to look at how we can change things and how we finally do different things. And I'd like to urge our residents to take their time to have their say on the consultations. I urge them to read the information, analyse it, and then fill out the consultation. because I believe that way we will get a better response, and then our residents will help us to shape the service we provide to you and families. Before these documents were approved at Cabinet, I'd like to say thank you to the Chief Executive and to Michael Coughlin, who've held a number of meetings in the Ashcombe room, going over the various details of the transformation plans, the preliminary strategy and the organisation strategy. And I thank the members who've made the effort to attend, because I do believe that's been really helpful in finally doing so. So the final documents were approved, which are on your paper today, at Cabinet last month. And approval today would herald a new financial and strategic direction for the Council, which is always for the long-term benefit of Surrey residents.